In its 37-year history, the Fools 5 Road Race has raised nearly $2 million for cancer research. Fran Bockenhauer is one of the event's organizers, and she has more details on this year's race. Well, it is that time of year. We've got our running shoes laced up. We're ready for the Fools 5 Road Race, and we have Fran Bockenhauer with us today to talk a little bit about race day registration and also some of the events that are going on coinciding with the Fools 5. And Fran, thanks for joining us again.
Well, good morning, Dave. Nice to be here.
Now, last year we had a beautiful day, I remember, for the race, and then fingers crossed we get that again this year.
Yes, we're a week later because of Easter being the first Sunday, so hopefully it'll be that much warmer or better. But you never know what Mother Nature pulls.
Yeah. Let's talk about the races coming up on April 12th.
That's correct. And it starts at 1 o'clock on the east end of Main Street. And there's two different races, the 1 mile and the 8K, and they're official races. And we do have a lot of very serious runners come, but we also have walkers and wheelchair racers. And the walkers just go to the back of the group, and there's a lot of family support. Family groups come and walk together in many, many instances.
What's really amazing to see the transformation of the city of Lewiston from this small town, and it ends up becoming a pretty good sized city by the time the race starts.
Population doubles, and probably then some with the extra people, you know, watching that aren't even in the race.
Right.
So,
what's been the average attendance for the race itself? How many?
well, the last couple of years it's been over 3,000.
For 3,000, so it's just unbelievable.
It's growing so much, yes. The first year, 1979, I think they had a little bit over 200 runners.
And that's still a pretty good number.
It was for the initial time, yes. People really didn't know what was happening yet, you know.
So let's talk a little bit about, really quickly, the registration information, because we want to make sure people, pre-registration just makes things go a lot smoother.
It's very important to pre-register. And also after March 23rd, they will increase the rate by $2, simply to encourage people to register early. And then on race day, it'll be $5 extra. And so to register for the 1 mile, you can go online, www.fools5.org, and that's the words, Fools 5. And the registration fee for those 12 and under is $3 for either race. For the 8K, for those 13 and up, the race is $10. And for those, for the 1 mile, it's $6 for those 13 and up.
And now the big race is Sunday, but there's also, leading up to that, there's a couple of auction events that will happen on Friday.
That is correct. April 10th, a big auction night. There's both a silent auction and live auction, and also local live auction, which supports the local cancer support group that assists families with their expenses while they're going through cancer treatments. But the big thing is the silent auction and the other live auctions support cancer research, and the money goes through the Eagles Cancer Telethon in Rochester and Gunderson Clinic in La Crosse for their research. So it's local.
And I'm going to have you give that number that you've raised over the years. It's very impressive.
Right. As of 2 years ago, they didn't tell me what it was through last year, but $1,800,000.
Wow.
That was a 35-year history, yes. And now this is our 37th year.
Wow, it's just incredible.
It is.
Some great
but
work.
Everybody's lives are touched by cancer.
Yeah, it seems to be that way today.
Yeah.
So we've got the auction going on. We've got the race on Sunday. Anything on Saturday that we should be aware of?
Yes, they can pick up their race packets at the high school from 1 to 4, or get registered, either way. So we'll be at the high school those hours. And in the morning, the committee will be setting up, and then in the afternoon, they can come. So that goes on Saturday, but nothing on Saturday night.
Okay. And we're almost out of time, but can you tell who the keynote speaker is going to be this year?
Oh, Dr. Eric Gunderson from the Gunderson Foundation in La Crosse.
So that'll be very informative. We'll explain a little bit about how the cancer research funding is used. And so
I'm
forth.
sure that's true. And he's a very gracious gentleman that we are looking forward to having.
All right. So we encourage folks to get out there, if you need some new shoes, buy them now. New shoelaces, get those now, and make sure you pre-register for the Fools 5 that'll be coming up on April 12th in Lewiston. And Fran, as always, it's nice to see you again.
Thank you, Dave.
We only see each other once a year usually.
That's about it.
Maybe twice. I'll probably see you, usually see you on race day, but
Okay.
all right. Well, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Dave.